has said, even as you wish men to do to you, so also do you to them. And if you love those who love you, what merit have you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what merit have you? For even sinners do that. And if you lend to those from whom you hope to receive in return, what merit have you? For even sinners lend to sinners, that they may get back as much in return. But love your enemies and do good and lend, not hoping for any return, and your reward shall be great, and you shall be children of the Most High, for He is kind towards the ungrateful and evil. Be merciful, therefore, even as your Father is merciful.
My beloved, on this Sunday, when we celebrate the memory of the holy apostle and evangelist Luke, here in this resplendent temple of yours, which is more and more coming to its own and to its fruition. And God willing, soon we will anticipate the consecration of the altar table here in this temple. We all of a sudden discover in today's gospel lesson from St. Luke that Christ is no longer speaking to us through veiled images, through parables, through stories. Christ from now on is speaking to us directly. And what is his first directive, which we hear given to his disciples and followers and to each and every one of us without exception? It is a quest for love, but the most difficult form of love that can exist on the face of this earth. Love your enemies. And we ask ourselves, Lord, how are we to love those who do so much evil to us, those who cause so much harm, those who want to destroy us? How is it possible to love them? And then we have to come to a sense of discernment. What is love, in fact? But we in Orthodoxy can never merely ask the question, what is love? Rather, who is love? Because John, the theologian and evangelist, the son of Zebedee, the son of thunder, he is the one who finally uncovered for us an eternal truth that God is love. And where God is present, love most certainly must be present. And when love is present, God has to be present. And so we come to understand why we were even created on the face of this earth. Why was humankind made and fashioned after the image of God and after his likeness? It is to become more and more God-like with everything that we do here on the face of this earth. And that includes being the extension of his love. And his love is the highest, the most exalted form of love that we know, and that is agape. It is divine love. We can even translate that as philanthropic love. And so in this form of love, we uncover yet another truth, and that is an old adage, to love the sinner, but hate the sin. And there is an inherent distinction and difference between the two. Love the person, but hate what they are doing. And that will prevent you from falling into despair, and that will prevent you from sinning against this very command of the living God. The other thing is, if we in Orthodoxy do not know of any form of collective guilt, and when we say, but look at what other peoples, what other nations have done to us, sin is always individual, and it cannot lay collective blame on anyone. But can that individual sin impact everyone else? It most certainly can. So how are we to make this distinction? Do I have to like a person, that is to say, like what they're doing, if I must love them? Is it possible to love somebody even if you don't particularly care for what they are doing? And that also reflects on the person in so many ways. Yes, it is possible. You have to do one thing: struggle and overcome yourself and come to realize even this poor person was inflicted so much harm and damage on me, on us, is a child of God. Even he, she, is made in the image and likeness of God and is an extension. And so then, we have to take out the best arms and ammunition that we have in order to do this, and that is arm ourselves with prayer. Because only through prayer will you be able to overcome self and your feelings and to realize that we have to love even those who hate us. First, Christ said, what good is it only to do good to those you know already love you? What good is it to give to those who already give to you because you know they will repay you? Why don't you try giving to somebody that you doubt they will ever repay you? And then step back and watch love blossom. And as the great Bishop Nikolai said, take truth and burn it until it looks like a charred ember. Bury it 6 feet underground and step back and behold. And out of that burnt ember, known as truth, which can never be destroyed. Because for us, as Patriarch Pavlos said, truth also is a person, it is Jesus Christ. It is not a what, but a who. You will see a luxuriant vine growing up and stretching out to the heavens above the heavens. And this is what life is to be like for us if we are to follow the precepts of Christ and his love. Difficult? Yes. But life is not easy either, is it now? But the rewards are great and the rewards are wonderful.